Hi, this is Juan from JuanTutors.com. Welcome to my totally free office hours. Today we are working on the August 2016 New York Algebra 1 Common Core Regents Problem 5. If you want to access these exams, whether you're from New York or anywhere else in the world, go to nysedregents.org, click on the appropriate tab, and all the past tests are freely available there. Here's the problem. If f of n equals n minus 1 squared plus 3n, which statement is true? Choice 1, f of 3 equals negative 2. Choice 2, f of 2 is negative 2 equals 3. Or f of negative 2 equals negative 15. Or f of negative 15 equals negative 2. So here's the thing. I'll say this, that it's really tough to get away with not knowing functions in higher level math. So I highly recommend going to Khan Academy and getting comfortable with functions. If this tutorial is not enough for you, if you're able to afford a tutor, of course, I'm available to you. Any of the tutors with JuanTutors.com can work with you on the math as well. If I had to guess, if I had no clue how to do this one, I would guess number 4 is wrong anyway, because plugging in a number, negative 15, for n should give me a big number, positive or negative, a big number, so I shouldn't get a negative 2 as the output. So here's how I'm going to do it. F of n is equal to n minus 1 squared plus 3n. This literally means that the input is n, then the output is this. So if I substitute any number for n, I substitute that same number for n over here. So I'm going to start with choice 1, because I noticed choice 2 both have f of negative 2, so those will get verified at the same time. I'm going to start with choice 1. I have a feeling it might be it. I could be wrong, but let's see, f of 3. I have to go by my gut, you know. So f of 3 is equal to 3 minus 1 squared plus 3 times 3. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2. Squared plus 3 times 3 is 9, and I already could tell that I'm wrong because this is a negative number. 2 squared is 4 plus 9 is 13. I knew it had to be this was going to be a positive number because these two numbers are positive, so that choice 1 is wrong. Okay, choice 2, let's see, choice 2, f of negative 2 is then equal to, let me not do that, let's not be sloppy, equals negative 2 minus 1 squared plus 3 times negative 2. And then we just simplify. Let's see, negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3 squared, notice my parentheses, plus negative 6. Parentheses are necessary. Negative 3 squared without the parentheses is negative 9, but with the parentheses it's squared is positive 9. Plus a negative 6 minus 6, which is equal to negative 3. Okay? Sorry, not negative 3. Thanks for catching that. 3, which is the answer. Okay? I do highly recommend that you check your answers. Choice 3 is f of negative 2, so we can verify that that's not it. And choice 4, f of negative 15, you should plug that in as well. I highly recommend that you do that. It turns out f of negative 15 is large as we expected. It's going to be equal to 211. Negative 15 minus 1 is negative 16. Negative 16 squared is 256. 3 times negative 15 is negative 45. 256 minus 45 is 211. Okay, so that's not the answer. Now, before we did create another problem because that's what we do for our videos. But before we go on to that, look, this is one of those problems that there's multiple ways of doing it. And one of the ways of doing it is for students who are uncomfortable with function notation, algebra, but are really comfortable with their calculator skills. You have a calculator right here that can evaluate the function for you. So f of negative n equals, let's see if I can type into the keyboard. Nope, doesn't let me. Parentheses, and you of course you use x is x minus 1, close parentheses, squared plus 3x. Okay, and we go to I'm going to go to table set, make sure that I start, it's usually set to 0. 0 and 1. You can change these, pro tip, you can change these if you want, but you really gotta be careful how you do it. They're very useful if you figure it out. This tells you the number to start at. Delta table tells you how much to change x by. The independent auto versus ask means auto means it chooses the values of x for you based on these two numbers, and ask means that you get to choose whatever values of x you input on your own. Since these are all integers, I'm going to 3, -2, -2, and -15. I'm going to leave it on auto and just use the scroll button. So now I'm going to go to my table. It's going to evaluate the function for me for all the values of x that I want. F of 3. I go to x equals 3, and I verify, as my calculation said, f of 3 is 13, not the answer. I scroll up to -2. F of -2 is 3, as we suspected, so choice 2 is the answer. F of -2 is not -15. And if we continue to scroll to x equals -15, okay, we do find that f of -15 is 211. Okay, so the answer, in fact, is choice 2. Okay, so now we go to a similar problem. At this point, you should pause the video, try the problem on your own, and when you're finished, press play to see our solution. By the way we're able to provide these tutorials totally for free is by having viewers like you see these videos. So if you like what you see, click the like button, subscribe, let your school friends know that these videos are available. We are providing tutorials in algebra, geometry, algebra 2, trig, bio, chem, physics, more coming, so look out for those. So here's this problem. If g of n is 2 to the n minus 4n, which statement is true? G of 0 equals g of 4, g of 0 equals 0, g of 2 is less than 0, or g of n is always non-negative. Okay, so if I had to eliminate some guesses, well, g of 0 I can always plug in, but I know g of 0 it shouldn't be 0 because I don't get 0 here. So I'd eliminate this, and so that's the one I would eliminate if I had 0 clue at all. But again, you should really know how to evaluate these. So I'm going to go on and try number 1. So g of n is equal to 2 to the n minus 4n. So g of 0 is equal to 2 to the 0th power minus 4 times 0. And every number to the 0th power is 1. Minus 4 times 0 is 0 is equal to 1. Okay, that actually already verifies that number 2 is wrong because g of 0 is not 0. And g of 4 is equal to 2 to the 4th power minus 4 times 4, which is equal to 16 minus 16, which is equal to 0. So there's your little trick here. If you ended up getting g of 0 is 0, which is wrong, you would have gotten that this number 1 is true. But check this out. You would have also gotten that choice 2 is true. And that's actually a confirmation that you've made an error, you see? Because if g of 0 equals g of 4, which equals 0, then choice 1 and choice 2 are wrong. That are correct, which cannot be if this is a well-formed question. Okay? So choice 3, g of 2 is less than 0. Let's find out. Is 2 squared minus 4 times 2. 2 squared is 4. Minus 4 times 2 is 8. Is equal to -4. There it is. And that verifies that choice 4 is also wrong because g of n is always non-negative. And once again, you can do this problem on the calculator. So g of x is going to be 2 to the power of x, exit the exponent, minus 4x. And we go to the table again and scroll down. So g of 0, in fact, is equal to 1, okay? And g of 4 is equal to 0, so that verifies again that choice 1 is wrong and choice 2 is wrong. G of 2 is in fact -4, which is less than 0. So choice 3 is correct. And the fact that g of n is not negative, not only do we get confirmed at 2, so as a bonus, we actually also confirm that g of 1 is negative and g of 3 is also negative. So we've got quite a few values and quite a few numbers in between, also some decimals in between, that make g of x negative or g of n negative. Okay, so that verifies that choice 3 is the answer. Okay, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video starting right now.